she go? Hailey, where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. Phew, I was wondering. Hi, I'm Garrett Bates.
And I'm Hailey Bates.
And this is leadership. Alright, so the most common definition, like Webster's, where it has for definition of leadership is the act, ability, or instance of guiding, leading, or directing a group.
Our definition, the act of governing or guiding a group to achieving something.
Exactly. We had to form kind of our own definition because as we've had our own leadership experiences, we've been able to form our own definition. Alright, so now we have the key points of our presentation. Our objective. Our objective is to ensure leadership into our audience. We start out with some characteristics, and we move into examples of great leaders, and we let everybody know who a great leader can be. Then we set out for our goal. Our personal goal is to try to strive for our audience to take in what we tell them, and hopefully they can spread it out to other people too, especially with younger kids that can really use the leadership push. It's a process. The reason why it's a process is because as it goes on, and we may tell you people this, but you people have to tell other people about it, and everybody needs to become a leader. And then it's our experience in our 4-H relationship. This is how 4-H reacts with leadership and how they react with each other. Alright, so now we have characteristics of leaders. Hailey, do you know a characteristic of a leader?
Honesty.
Right, honesty. That's a great characteristic. Why? Because if you're going to lie and not tell the truth, how can you expect a group of people or something to follow you and look up to you? Can you think of another one, Hailey?
Drive.
Exactly. There's another good one, drive. You have to have determination. If you want something, you have to go out and get it. It's not just going to be given to you. What's another one?
Timely.
Exactly. You have to be on time to things. You can't show up late all the time and expect people to wait around for you. If you want to be a good leader, show up on time. Can you think of another one, Hailey?
Hardworking.
There we go. That's a good one. Why? Because you have to be hardworking. You really have to set your goals and work for them. If you're going to be a lazy, then there's no reason to be a leader. What's another one, Hailey?
Confidence.
There's another good one. Confidence. Why is that important? Because if you're wishy-washy, then you're not going to make good decisions. Confidence really stands out and makes you the leader that you can be. Can you think of another one, Hailey?
Intelligence.
Exactly, intelligence. This doesn't mean you have to be a brainiac. Sure, you have to be somewhat smart, but what we're more leaning towards in this one is good decision-making. You have to make smart decisions to be a good leader. There's a few more out there. What's another one, Hailey?
Open-minded.
Exactly. You have to be open-minded. If you're not open-minded and you're stubborn and don't want to listen to other people's ideas, then you can't expect a group to follow you and be a leader of that group. What's another one? Exactly, caring. That's a great one. Why? Because if you're caring and considerate, people like you. They want to look up to you. Okay, so now, and then there's one more, basic one. What's another one, Hailey? Exactly, creativity. If you're not creative, then you can't expect people to listen to you. If you're bland and never have any good ideas, there's no point in being a leader. Now we look at my top 2 favorite characteristics. Let's see. The first one, Hailey, what is it?
Teamwork.
Exactly. You have to have teamwork. You have to pull people together and be able to work as a team. Communicate. It's a process. Work together. And the last one, very important, just as teamwork. What is it, Hailey?
Positivity.
Exactly. You have to be positive. If you're going to be down on yourself all the time and never thinks nothing's good going to happen, then there's no point in being a leader. You have to be positive. Have good ideas. Stay up for yourself. Now, with knowing these characteristics, we can look at examples of great leaders. Someone or even something that follows those important characteristics. So now that we look at those, now let's look at some great leaders. My personal favorite, he's a president, he's our 32nd one, it's Franklin Roosevelt. Why is he a good leader? Because when the Great Depression was occurring and World War II was on the brink, this man came into office. And he really helped lift our spirits up out of it, rose us up out of the Great Depression. Many people didn't think we would. And he helped us after the Pearl Harbor attack, regain our spirits, come back, and basically helped us win a war. The man wasn't physically able at the time, but with those leadership characteristics, he was able to stand up for what he thought was right and lead our nation into better light, better days. Now we look at another one. Not a president, more of an athletic star. It's Michael Jordan. He's a great leader. Why? Because he had a team. They worked together. He used those important characteristics to set out to achieve something that he wanted. He's a great leader. The man won championships. He did his job. He did what he wanted to do. He led a group.
And one of my favorite leaders, Ben Franklin. He discovered electricity and signed some very important documents. He made America achieve greater things.
Exactly. Now, this leader, he's not quite realistic, some may say, but he's still a great leader. Why? He's Superman. He helps save people. He helps save Americans. He's a leader of the group called the Justice League. And those guys, they all have a common purpose. They set out to do better things. They make America even greater by protecting us. And now, the final one, my final great leader, I believe, is Optimus Prime. Why is he such a great leader? Because in the movies, how many of you guys have seen the movies? Yeah, hopefully quite a few. Well, I believe they're great movies. And he's a great leadership role because in the third movie, the world's under attack. And it's not his planet, but you know what he does? He helps us out. He saves us in a way. Him and his Autobots, the group that he's leading, they help us out so that we can fight the Decepticons. And they all pull together, and he sets out for greatness. He achieves something. It may not have been his at first, but he knew it was right, the right thing to do. So he did it. In my eyes, he's a great leader. Alright, so now that we know some great leaders, we can look at our experience through this presentation and what we set out to do by giving these presentations throughout our community and now here. Now, it's an action. The action of this presentation is to help ensure leadership. Hopefully you guys take back some leadership from this presentation. Also, we've learned some things. Hailey, can you tell us what you've learned?
Well, I've learned to have smarter thinking and more positive attitudes, and through 4-H, I've learned very many different things.
Exactly. See, Hailey's a bit younger than me, if you haven't been able to tell. And the fact that she's younger, we connect on different wavelengths. Now, what I've learned from this process is that I can connect with younger kids. Maybe not quite all the way down to Hailey. That's her choice. Do I connect with you, Hailey?
Yeah.
See, even with kids all the way down to her, I can connect with. And I'm a senior, and this year, I went out for baseball. It's not the best thing in Guthrie Center. We only won 2 games. But the big thing was, none of my senior friends, none of my buds, they wanted me to go out. They wanted to spend time with me in the summer, senior summer. But I loved baseball, and I had a team, and they all looked up to me. And I was the only senior that went out. And it did great things. Now, we may not have the best season, obviously, but I feel like I became a leader in that way. And the kids looked up to me. And hopefully, maybe in the next few years, they get better. Also, another great leadership position that I've been in this last year, which how I kind of started this thing, was we had student council election of the second week of school. And so all seniors can run. And I was running up against a more popular kid. She was much more popular than me, I'd say. I'm well liked and everything, but I'm not that attractive and things. So that's kind of how that goes. And I got together a pretty nice speech, kind of like this one, about leadership and characteristics. And now I believe I can be a great leader. And through support of my family and encouragement, I was able to put together this great presentation, and I won student council president. Then once I won it, I was thinking, am I really going to have what it takes to keep it going and do what I set out to want to do? And I did, because around homecoming, things got a little bit hectic, and tailgating had to start for the homecoming game, and I was on the football team. So I'm trying to manage playing varsity football and being the student council president, get all the tailgating activities lined up. And we did that. My council, we pulled together, great teamwork, communication, and we did that. And throughout the year, there's just more things where I was able to hit upon being the student council president. And it was a great leadership experience for me. So now we can look at other great leaders. Right, Hailey? So now that we kind of know what some great leaders in our eyes are, and now that we've kind of told you what the characteristics are, and that maybe they don't have to be renowned great leaders, maybe let's look at who can be leaders now. Anyone can be leaders, right, Hailey? Yes. Even parents.
Older siblings.
Teammates.
Classmates.
Fellow 4-Hers. Anyone. Anyone can be a leader. Let's start with parents. Now, my mom, she's right back there. She's a great leader. Why? She encourages me. My dad, he's also a great leader. He encourages me. They form a unit together. They help encourage me, support me to do better things. They're leaders. They want me to achieve. Same with Hailey. They want her to achieve. Now, Hailey, how can our older siblings help us out?
Well, I have 3 older siblings, and they have taught me much. And it's like they taught me school things that they have learned in the past, and I have achieved a lot because of them.
Exactly. I'm one of her older siblings. And I like that she looks up to me. It really helps me do better things. I learn from her, she learns from me. And now we can look at teammates. Now, that was another instance. Maybe in our baseball, I was a teammate. It was something I had to do. Not just because it was not a popular sport, but I loved the sport, and it was the right thing to do, I thought. And football, I was team captain, and we really set out to do good things. We didn't have the best season either, but it was a leadership position I was in, and I needed to do right in it. Now we can look at classmates. What do classmates kind of do, Hailey?
They can set up competition for you to help you achieve better, and they are there with you for academics and sports. So.
Exactly. Our classmates are always there with us. They're always pushing us. It's almost a competition even, but we're always bettering ourselves. And now we can look at fellow 4-Hers. This is why we're here, 4-H, right? So Hailey and I, we both show horses, okay? I like them. It's a fun thing. But we try to break our own horses. That's not an easy task, all right? Just Friday, I think it was. Yeah, Friday, right? Yeah. Friday, I'm trying to break this horse to ride. She's 3 or 4, and I get up on her, get one foot up in the stirrup. She goes crazy. She starts bucking around. I'm a pretty strong kid, so I'm holding on to her. Well, that's when it goes downhill from there. The saddle breaks. I fly off. The saddle lands on top of me. And I want to get back on, get off top of a horse, get right back on, right? I can't because I don't have a saddle now. So guess what Hailey had to do? Step up into a leadership position.
I had to get back on her because I was the only one that fit in the smaller saddle.
Exactly. Was it scary, Hailey?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Now, that was a great leadership position. Now, in my eyes, I was able to look at her. That's a great leader right there. I mean, I wanted to do it, but I couldn't. So Hailey had to step up into my shoes and fill them. It's a great way for a fellow 4-Her, even an old sibling, to help out one another. What's another 4-H project that we've been doing lately?
Well, I was an activities director, and I had to bring games to the meetings and prepare some events.
Exactly. And I was the president that year. This was this past year. We were on the same team. Now I thought, oh, my younger sister's in this, am I really going to enjoy this? Well, it was pretty fun. We really helped each other out, didn't we, Hailey? We communicated, we used teamwork, we had positivity, we had drive. We really set out to do great things. We had a good year, right?
Yes, we did.
My sister's back there. She's in our 4-H group. Wouldn't you say we had a good year? Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun year. We teamed together, had a good year. And so now that all those people can be leaders, that's not everybody. Everybody can be qualified in one of those, especially here at 4-H. So who can be leaders?
Anyone.
Exactly. Anyone can be a leader. Now we look at the 4-H relationship. We mentioned our relationship, but maybe a more broad one for kids that aren't exact leaders in their group as in office positions. Or they might not have such a scary task of having to break horses or something. How are those people leaders? Because whenever you step up and try to make yourself better, and you try to make your 4-H group better, you're becoming a leader. You're using teamwork, positivity, drive, confidence. You set a goal, you go and achieve it. Just like coming up here today. Hailey, are you the most confident kid?
No.
Exactly. But you know what? She came up here with me today. She wants to be a leader, so she gives a presentation with me. I have a little bit more confidence. I've been doing it for a few more years. And this is about our 4th presentation doing this around our community in the state. And we really want to help people learn better leadership skills, especially in 4-H. And so 4-H really aids in leadership, and leadership really aids in 4-H. Because if you want to be in 4-H, then a leader, like yourselves, you can be in 4-H. And 4-H really helps you to be a leader. Now we have to wrap things up, right? Once again, it's kind of a process. Hopefully you guys take back some of the skills that we've learned, right, Hailey?
Yes.
And you guys can apply them to younger kids or family members. And now it's also an action. How do we take this action, Hailey?
By doing these presentations.
Exactly. We try to ensure leadership into you people. And hopefully we learn things from even you, just by watching our audiences. And now we look at the 4-H relationship. Because when you're in 4-H, not only do you build leaders, you become leaders. And it all works together so well that it really helps build a strong club and community. Just like the pledge says.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly. So now, we want you
to be a leader.
Any questions? All right, seeing none. Thank you for watching.
I have some. Where did you get your information?
So, over the years, I've been in different workshops. So I really try to push myself to be a better leader. And so I picked up a lot of things from those workshops. And I have a leadership encyclopedia actually in my house that I use occasionally to look up certain facts. That definition, the most common one, that was from Webster's dictionary. So with all those different, just a pool of resources that we can use. Even each other, we learn different characteristics about ourselves every day that we can use as a leadership characteristic.
Why do you think having some leadership skills is important? Why do you think having leadership skills is important?
Oh, it's so important because if you have leadership skills, right, Hailey?
Yes.
What can you do with that, kind of?
You can achieve greater things, and with confidence and drive, you can go anywhere.
Exactly. If you can set a goal and you can achieve that goal because you have those leadership skills, why not do it, right? Look at us. We didn't think we'd be here today a few months ago. We kind of wrapped up this presentation because I've been doing it for a speech contest, well, not this one, but for FCCLA I did one similar to this. And we're thinking, hey, why don't we try to put one together for 4-H? And that was about 2 weeks before our county fair. We didn't know how well we do. Our county fair is pretty competitive. There's about 50 kids there, I'd say, right? Yeah, about 50 kids. And it's a great way to really pull together some leadership skills. Because if you can have leadership skills, you can set out and do almost anything. Is that all for questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.